meteorology to Liberia as national security, airline safety, and domestic transportation, and many others. Speaking Wednesday at a regional meeting with directors of the sector, Mr. Tyler said Liberia has some challenges in the infrastructure capacity in the sector, but is working hard to help the situation. He said the government is part of the initial effort has a rain station, hydromet, and other meteorological materials that are working with the ministry as a startup. And Deputy Minister Tyler also stressed that in the event of disaster and safety purposes, among others, no nation or citizen should be left behind in finishing the proper information in this sector. The government of Liberia and the Consortium of Public Sector Workers Organization Thursday signed a memorandum of understanding aimed at addressing the plight of public sector workers across the country. The MOU highlights, among other things, protective adjustment, actualization of monthly civil servant salaries and benefits. According to the president of the Civil Servants Union, Mobile Johnson, the union is optimistic about the actualization of the MOU between they and the government and anticipate no contradiction. A member of the Liberia Seamen Union, Eugene Sike, is calling for fair play into the investigation of the death of his colleague Cyrus King. Cyrus, aged 31, died on Saturday on high sea while on board a Chinese vessel carrying out his usual sailing activities. Eugene, speaking to reporters Wednesday at the union's Jamaica Road office, explained that he saw blood oozing from the eye and neck of his colleague, though he is not pointing accusing fingers, but wants proper investigation into the matter. He alleged that over the period they have been ill-treated by Chinese while on board the vessel, but no action has been taken thus far, a claim the operation officer of the Trans-Ocean Maritime Fishing Agency, Alfred Lamy, has since denied. Meanwhile, the president and vice president of the Seamen Workers Union, Samuel Siafa, and Freeman Gue are demanding the release of the satellite tape on board of the vessel, which normally captures all activities of the vessel, to provide evidence if their member died naturally or there was a foul play in the process leading to his death. President George Weah will on Friday dedicate an 18 million water plant project in Monrovia. According to the Presidential Press Secretary Asik Kebe, the project will provide water to residents in some parts of Monrovia. And the Student Unification Party at the state-run university says it condemns and distances itself from the December 31 We Are Step Down campaign. The group, through its chairman Carlo Edison, said the party can and will not subscribe to any endeavor that could undermine the peace and stability of the country. According to Chairman Edison, the venture has a grave seeking and political motive that would be at the detriment of the masses.
SOUP, as a strong fighting advocacy group with impeccable and unmatched revolutionary credentials and contributing records in the contemporary history of our country, categorically and unapologetically condemns planners of the most infamous December 31 protest calling for the unconstitutional removal of Mr. Weah as President of the Republic of Liberia. Let our advocacy and other actions of logically criticizing government commensurate with democratic tenets and not deriving decisions of such nature or mere imports and instance or harm by the knowledge of reality and judgment. There is a popular adage that says, "He that comes with equity must come with clean hands." We have not seen any moral credibility in many of the leaders calling for such protest action. As we all desperately seek to sanitize our democracy, let us be extremely careful about who takes the lead in such struggle. Our institution still believes that President Weah and his cohorts, who have metamorphosed into state bandits and financial mafias, are unfit to continue in steering the affairs of the state. The party's SOUP also wants to inform the peace-loving people of Liberia that the Weah Step-Down campaign remains in full swing and effective, but cannot be led by a group of simpletons and indisciplined characters with criminal records who are desperate to amass wealth like they did during the famous June 7 protest at the detriment of the already suffering mass of our people who are yearning for economic development.
With that statement coming from the Camper Bay Student Unification Party SUP, that's the end of News Update with me, Zach Sherman. Thanks for being there.